high definition. Your breaking news and weather authority. This is WITN News at 6.
Coming up, several people are injured when an ambulance transporting a patient collides with a car at a busy intersection, the latest on the investigation. And we'll tell you why the State Bureau of Investigation has been called in to investigate a shooting at this house. That's straight ahead. Good evening, everyone. I'm Elise Ramey. Thank you for joining us. Our top story this evening, an officer-involved shooting is being investigated in Craven County. This was the scene in Trent Woods earlier today. The State Bureau of Investigation looking into what happened here at 106 Camellia Road. Trent Woods Police Chief Tony Lee says two of his officers were serving a warrant this morning when one of them became involved in a shooting. Chief Lee couldn't expound on the person's identity or his injuries at this time and said the SBI is leading the investigation. An ambulance carrying a patient to the hospital was involved in an accident with two other vehicles today. It happened in Greenville at the intersection of Arlington Boulevard and Evans Street around 1:50 this afternoon. Master Police Officer Edward Butt says the Vanceboro ambulance had a patient on board, but he didn't know the patient's condition. As the ambulance was going west on Arlington, a Ford Escape was going north on Evans Street. Butts says the Escape was traveling through a green light and collided with the ambulance at the intersection. That set off a chain reaction and the Escape hit another car. The Escape ended up flipping over into another lane, and we're working to get more information about the conditions of those taken to the hospital. No citations were immediately handed out. Two people were found dead after several different fires in a North Carolina beach community, and police say it is a murder investigation. Three separate fires started early Saturday morning within hours of each other. Authorities believe those fires were intentionally set. Now police have a person of interest in the case, 22-year-old Marshall Doran. Currently, Doran is being charged with first-degree attempted burglary, but officials are investigating his connection to the fires and fatalities. Doran is being held on a $2.5 million bond.
The gentleman that's under arrest is a person of interest on the other events. I want to stress to everyone here today, this is a murder investigation. I live here. I'm the police chief, a resident, and this is a tragic event for this community.
And this mugshot you're looking at was taken earlier this year when Doran was charged with 2 counts of felony death by motor vehicle in Raleigh for his role in a deadly hit-and-run crash. Blustery, that's one word you're probably hearing a lot of today. Charlie, how much longer will we have to contend with the wind?
Well, we're going to see the wind continue, I would say, at this blustery pace right now, probably until Monday evening. Now, some areas might actually get rid of it Monday morning, but the coast, Outer Banks specifically, will be dealing with it at least until 10 a.m. on Monday. We've got a gale warning out for all waters right now, but the good news is we are nice and dry. Here's a beautiful sunset over Washington, 42 degrees right now, northeasterly wind still at about 12 miles per hour, so in that 10 to 15 mile per hour range at this hour. Here is a look at today's highs. Your orange numbers. It got relatively mild out there today. Temperatures into the mid to upper 50s. As far as tonight's lows, going to be back in the mid 30s. So quite a bit cooler than what we've been seeing over the past couple days. It is going to be getting cool. Now, you are seeing some clear skies right now in Greenville. More clear skies are expected as clouds essentially just slowly push offshore as we head on through the rest of tonight. I will have more of your full weather authority forecast and what you can expect for your Monday and Tuesday forecast coming up in just a little bit. Elise?
All right, thanks, Charlie. Well, rain or shine, protesters say they will be heard. About 24 people stood on the soggy steps of the Charlotte Police Department Saturday to protest the death of Eric Garner. Wednesday, a grand jury ended the criminal investigation of a white police officer in the death of Garner. Garner died after officers put him in a chokehold. A medical examiner ruled his death a homicide. The encounter between Garner and the NYPD was caught on camera. His last words, "I can't breathe," have become a rally cry for protesters across the country, including right here in North Carolina. Protesters chanted, "I can't breathe," and put the phrase on signs to call attention to his death. And Chicago Bulls point guard Derrick Rose showed his solidarity with the recent protests surrounding the Eric Garner case Saturday evening. Rose was seen wearing a black T-shirt with the inscription, "I can't breathe," on it during warm-ups prior to the start of a game against the Golden State Warriors. Rose did not speak to members of the press after the game. It remains unknown if the NBA will penalize Rose because players are required to wear Adidas apparel, which is the league's official outfitter. Since Wednesday, demonstrators have taken over the streets of cities from New York to San Francisco, and today was no exception. They're demanding justice after separate grand juries declined to indict police officers in the deaths of Eric Garner and Michael Brown. Elected officials from President Obama to New York City's mayor say they're listening and trying to address concerns of those who believe the American justice system can't be trusted. Brian Moore has the story from Washington.
Violence erupted on the streets of Berkeley, California in a weekend protest of the grand jury decisions in Ferguson and Staten Island. But most of the protests popping up in cities from coast to coast were like this, peaceful and demanding justice, as is the widow of Eric Garner.
I feel that he was murdered unjustly. I don't even feel like it's a black and white thing, honestly.
I'm minding my business, please.
Esau Garner says her husband had a record and was no stranger to police, but didn't deserve to die like he did.
He said, babe, they keep harassing me. And I say, just ignore them, Eric. And he said, but how much can I ignore them?
President Obama, in an exclusive interview airing Monday on BET, says the justice system is imperfect, but improving.
When you're dealing with something as deeply rooted as racism or bias in any society, you got to have vigilance, but you have to recognize that it's going to take some time and you just have to be steady.
In New York, talk is turning toward action.
This is something systemic, and we bluntly have to talk about the historic racial dynamics that underlie this.
The NYPD is retraining its 22,000-member force in an effort to better protect and serve. Brian Moore, NBC News, Washington.
And that internal investigation is expected to focus on the way Garner was confronted by police and whether an officer used a chokehold that was officially banned by the NYPD because it's too dangerous. Well, today marks the 73rd anniversary for the attacks on Pearl Harbor. Coming up, we'll show you ceremonies honoring this day straight from the historic site.
When you grow with Stoneville Cottonseed, you'll see how our advanced breeding has elevated Stoneville to new heights. Through scientific research, we've created improved traits that provide strong protection from weeds and pests, and an improved germplasm that delivers high yield potential and outstanding cotton quality. When you give growers the total package, the sky's the limit. Stoneville, from Bayer Crop Science.
As part of the Sudden Link We Promise Guarantee, we're committed to bringing our customers the best value, richest content, and fastest speeds available. If you're a current Sudden Link customer in one of our most popular broadband internet packages, between now and New Year's, you will be given a significant speed upgrade, absolutely free. It's that easy. Enjoy faster downloading, sharing, video chatting, and streaming, all at no extra cost. Check your mailbox for information coming soon for how to take advantage of this free internet speed upgrade.
It's time to take care of your future. It's time to forge a new career.
It's time to take your education to the next level.
It's time to register.
Pitt Community College spring walk-in registration is January 7th and 8th. Classes begin January 9th. Find out how you can get started at pittcc.edu. Pitt Community College, educating and empowering people for success.
It's time.
Need cash for the holidays? National Finance Company is here to help. National Finance Company is the small loan specialist for loans from $850 to $2,500 with low payments to meet your budget. For almost 50 years, National Finance Company has been in the business of getting you the cash you need today. Secure online applications expedite the process. Apply for the holiday cash you need. For your convenience, apply online. National Finance Company, nfcmoney.com.
As details continue to be revealed about the stabbing in Abu Dhabi that left an American kindergarten teacher dead on Wednesday, the family continues to grieve. NBC's Keir Simmons is in the United Arab Emirates and spoke with Ryan's ex-husband and her children earlier today.
Paul Ryan is keeping his children close, his 13-year-old daughter and 11-year-old twin boys, as details emerge of the horrific assault their mother suffered. Police believe a female assailant disguised in a robe lured her into a mall bathroom, then repeatedly stabbed her simply because she was an American. Eboya Ryan's family want her to be remembered as a kind teacher who worked with special needs kids.
She would never hurt anybody, ever. She had a bubbly personality, always positive, optimistic about life.
Your ex-wife was targeted. No reason whatsoever other than that she was an American.
Other than she was a Westerner, I would say. This lady, I shouldn't even call her a lady, this monster of a person, was lying in wait for someone like her to come along. Unfortunately, it was my kid's mother.
Police acted swiftly. A woman was arrested last week. And the royal family here has promised to pay for the children's education, a country shocked by an apparently random attack on an innocent American mom.
And the family say they are really impressed with the way the government of the United Arab Emirates here have stepped up to help the family, while Paul Ryan says that he is simply trying to keep his kids off the internet so they don't learn the terrible details of what happened to their mother. Back to you.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. Today marks the 73rd anniversary of the attack on Pearl Harbor. An F-22 flyover helped mark the solemn occasion, part of a ceremony at the Pearl Harbor Visitor Center overlooking the USS Arizona Memorial. The first doctor to arrive at the hospital that day, General Robert Hardaway III, saluted the crew of the USS Chung Hoon, and the sailors saluted in return. Japan's attack on the United States killed nearly 2,400 sailors, Marines, and soldiers. About 2,400 Americans were killed and another 1,200 were wounded. Many, while attempting to repel the attack. Because of the attack, the United States entered World War II, a 4-year effort costing more than 400,000 American lives. It's a trip likely to remind many of a visit Charles and Diana made 3 decades ago. Tonight, their son William and his wife Kate, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, arrived in the U.S. for a whirlwind tour of New York and Washington. NBC's Chris Pallone reports on the young royals making a splash in the Big Apple.
The Union Jack is flying high outside the Carlisle on New York's Upper East Side. That's William and Catherine, officially known as the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's home base, as they visit New York and Washington for the first time. The posh Upper East Side hotel, a longtime favorite of William's mother, Princess Diana. The couple's 17-month-old son, Prince George, didn't make the trip. And despite Kate being 4 months pregnant with her second child, this won't be a leisurely holiday for the royals.
I think we can expect a very whistle-stop, festive kind of pressing the flesh and quickly going about and trying to raise money.
Royal watchers say the trip is a chance for the couple to forge deeper diplomatic ties between the U.S. and the Crown and push social causes they hold dear. Monday, Prince William will meet with President Obama and Vice President Biden in Washington before speaking to the World Bank on illegal wildlife trade. Kate will visit a Harlem child care center, which has been preparing for the visit for weeks.
I was head over heels. I didn't know what to do with myself.
Later, the couple will see the King, LeBron James, as his Cavaliers visit the Brooklyn Nets, and real royalty might just rub elbows with music royalty. Yet to be seen whether Will and Kate will have any spontaneous interactions with New Yorkers, perhaps enjoying a slice of pizza, a street cart hot dog, or trading tea and crumpets for the locally preferred coffee and a bagel. Chris Pallone, NBC News, New York.
The Duke and Duchess finished their visit on Tuesday. They'll visit the 9/11 Museum and Memorial, go to the top of the Empire State Building, and attend a star-studded fundraiser for the school where they first met. Well, more rain is headed our way. Let's check in with Charlie, who's in the Weather Center.
Yeah, we aren't going to see the rain tonight, but we will see it, of course, tomorrow night. Here is a look at your weather headlines. We're going to stay dry and windy for this evening. However, a coastal system will roll up our beaches tomorrow on into Tuesday. We'll be sunny, though, by Wednesday. And how long will the sun stick around? I'll have that answer coming up after the break.
Protecting your home is a priority for every homeowner. You can rest easy knowing your home's protected with a monitored home security system. Mike Melton, an expert in home security, joins us now with some important details. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you for having me on. When you turn on the news, you see that there's a lot of home burglaries. Here's an interesting fact. The FBI reported over 2 million burglaries last year alone. The shocking thing is most of these burglaries are daytime.
That is a shocking statistic. And you'd think that alone would get people thinking about a security system.
And right now, they are. There's many benefits to getting a security system. First off, you're 3 times less likely to have your home broken into just by having a security system. You get 24/7 monitoring for burglar, fire, and medical emergencies. And there's also savings. There's AARP discounts, and you also get to save up to 20% every year on your homeowner's insurance.
So what do people need to do to protect their home with a security system?
It's easy. All you have to do is give us a call. Right now, we're giving away a free complete home security system package. It's the new wireless home security system, which means no more ugly holes in your walls or exposed wiring. It's a comprehensive package that we include for you free of charge. Now, the monitoring is done by ADT. ADT is the #1 monitoring company in the country. All you pay is $99 down for the installation and the monitoring, which is only about $1 a day.
And I understand you have something special for the viewers at home.
The next 20 people that call us and order a security system are going to receive a $100 Visa gift card. So we basically pay you $1 to get your home protected. Now is the best time to protect your home and your family. Give us a call right now. We have security advisors standing by to take your call. They'll walk you through everything right over the phone. We're usually able to do next-day installations to help you protect your home as soon as possible. Call 1-877-420-8414. That's 1-877-420-8414.
In high definition, your Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger.
Good evening, everyone. The winds are sticking around at least through tonight. Now, tomorrow we will definitely see them die down. Tomorrow night, well, we are going to have some rain, but we won't have nearly as strong winds as we have seen today. We've got a gale warning out for all waters. That will last at least until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, the coastal flood advisory for Beaufort, Craven, Pamlico, and Carteret counties, that will end tomorrow as well, either 7 a.m. or 7 p.m., depending on where you are. Here is a look at your current conditions. Take a look at your wind chill values. Upper 30s to low 40s. It has been a very chilly day. That wind has definitely had a bite to it. Really dropped our temperatures down, at least what it feels like, down quite a bit. We were in the mid 50s to upper 50s today. Not going to get there tomorrow, maybe low 50s as we head on through the day on Monday. But right now we're seeing temperatures in the 40s across the board. Notice Greenville reporting nice clear skies. The only airport right now that is reporting clear skies. We're going to slowly see more of this clear weather slowly make its way and just kind of pushing the clouds offshore from the northwest to the southeast as we head through the evening. Here's a look at wind gusts. Right now we are seeing a strong breeze, like I said, out near the Outer Banks. We've got a 38 mile per hour breeze in Manio, 33 mile per hour breeze in Hatteras, and 36 mile per hour gust in Morehead City. It has definitely been breezy if you've been near the water. Inland areas, not quite as much, but you still had quite a bit of a breeze blow through parts of the day. Now, the good news is the low pressure system and cold fronts that have really been driving this system are slowly moving offshore. It's going to be out of our hair here within the next 48 hours, and that means these strong northeasterly winds, the northerly winds that we've seen today, and the windy conditions that, of course, that they have brought, will be out of eastern Carolina by tomorrow evening into Tuesday morning. Very, very good news for those of you who really aren't a big fan of the winds. I know I'm not really a big fan of the winds. I can deal with the rain, which we are going to see Monday night, but the winds just really provide a bite that you just can't really tend to get away from. Here's a look at your rain and cloud forecast. Notice the winds too. Going to be right around 10, 15 miles per hour, up to 20 to 25 miles per hour along the beaches tomorrow morning as we head on through the day. Not a whole lot of change, but then as we get later into the night, you see those winds slowly start to die down. Of course, when you get those rains dying down, we will see some more rain roll in. Here is a look at what is to happen by about Monday night at about 11. A lot of rain, at least a lot of coverage of rain. Not going to be a lot of rain as far as amounts go, but just a full-on coverage will be quite a bit. Everybody should be getting wet at some point Monday night into Tuesday morning. After that, we turn nice and clear, and we remain nice and clear for the rest of the week. Here is a look at your full 8-day forecast. We've got a 30% chance of rain Monday night. That increases to 40% early Tuesday morning. We should be dry, though, by Tuesday at around noon. After that, well, Look at all that sunshine. It pretty much speaks for itself. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and even Sunday, mostly to completely sunny. Temperatures will remain, though, in the low 50s throughout the rest of the week.
All right, it looks really great, especially that latter part of the week. Really can't wait.
Yeah. The latter part of the week, it will be chilly, though, overnight. We're going to be back down, overnight temperatures down near freezing again, so something you're going to want to watch out for there. Make sure your cars have antifreeze in them, and, of course, you've probably already winterized your pipes at this point.
Right, and check your batteries, too.
Yeah.
I had a battery issue not too long ago. So.
Oh, yeah, not fun.
All right, thanks a lot, Charlie. Well, coming up, Chris Obarski will join us live from Chapel Hill, where the ECU Pirates basketball team took on the UNC Tar Heels. Highlights from the game straight ahead.
Now get your weather throughout the day on Bob 93.3 from WITN, your breaking news and weather authority.
This holiday season, give the gift that's hard to wrap, but easy to give. Give a Stihl. Legendary chainsaws, hardworking Stihl blowers, and the full line of quality Stihl outdoor power equipment. Stihl, built in America, sold locally, and the gift that's #1 on everybody's wish list. Visit StihlDealers.com.
Thinking of joining a gym this year? Become a member of Vidant Wellness Center. The first 200 people who join receive free enrollment. Make a lifestyle change and end failed resolutions. Our professionally accredited staff will help you transform into a new and better you. Be one of the first 200 people to join free. Call or visit Vidant Wellness Center today.
Hey, it's Ace and TJ, and Bob 93.3 has your chance to break the bank and win $50,000. Just be listening every weekday at 10:30, 1:30, and 4:30. Be caller 10 when you hear the cue to call, and you've got $93.30 and a chance to break the bank.
Give us your 4-digit PIN, and we'll enter it into Bob's safe and see if it opens for the $50,000 jackpot. And there's only one radio station in Eastern Carolina giving you a shot to win $50,000. It's Bob 93.3. Cash in at bob933.com, keyword bank.
People think hospice means giving up, and it's not. It's about the kindest care you can give your loved one.
Everyone listened, everyone was patient, everyone was knowledgeable.
I just can't say enough about 3HC.
3HC. Compassionate care is our calling.
Phillips Wright Furniture, selling top quality furniture since 1923. Huge savings store-wide now through Christmas on all casual coastal to traditional sofas, recliners, bedroom and dining room suites, wicker and rattan. You'll find one-of-a-kind fabric and style combinations that you'll not see anywhere else. All on sale now at Phillips Wright Furniture in historic downtown Washington.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here live at the Dean Smith Center in Chapel Hill, where the ECU Pirates and North Carolina Tar Heels just played in college basketball. We'll get to that in just a second, but first, some breaking news surrounding the ECU football team. They just found out they are going to play the Florida Gators in the Birmingham Bowl on Saturday, January 3rd. It'll be the second SEC team the Pirates have played this year after they faced South Carolina earlier in the year, so we'll have all the coverage leading up to that throughout the rest of this month and obviously in the first part of January. But first, let's get back to today's action between the Pirates and Tar Heels. Obviously, kind of an odd day for ECU head coach Jeff Lebo, the former Tar Heel, chatting up with Carolina head coach Roy Williams. Lebo happy to see some inside presence early. Michael Zangari, a nice little up and under for the bucket, and we are tied there. Carolina doing it down low too. Isaiah Hicks with the jam. Heels up by 3. Lebo trying to keep the Heels at arm's length. Terry Wisnett, a great look down low to Michelle Inzighi for the stuff. Then Antonio Robinson going to come across the lane, pulls up on the jumper. He knocks it down. Williams directing his troops, and apparently that worked because Carolina really opened it up. Nate Berry goes high off the glass for 2 of his 6 in the first half. Then it's J.P. Tokoto, had 9 in the first 20, a big 2 of them right there on the one-handed flush. Then it's Bryce Johnson punching his card, finishes a give and go with the jam. He had 13 in the break, and the second half, if you were a Pirate fan, you kind of wanted to turn away from that one. It got ugly. 108-64. Carolina takes it.
Just their size and their athleticism inside just took its toll on us. Their class inside was off the chain, and it's nice when they miss shots that they can get them and get easy ones. We couldn't do it.
We shared the ball. 27 assists for us, shooting 60% for the game, and
again, we were into it mentally. We got to have that same kind of attitude every night.
The emotion of the game. You start to play. They got worn out early. We had to take a couple timeouts to get their breath. That happens when you're not used to playing in this type of environment.
So a tough game for the Pirates, but you have to remember 2 of their best players are on the bench injured with Marshall Gilmette and Paris Roberts-Campbell. Hopefully things kind of turn around for the Pirates whenever they get those 2 back in the lineup. And one more note to pass along. How about the Carolina Panthers? They beat the New Orleans Saints 41-10 on Sunday, and at 4-8-1, the Cats still have a chance to get in the playoffs. That's unheard of in some other divisions in the NFL, but that is the case with the Carolina Panthers. We'll have much more from them, much more from the ECU Carolina game, and from the ECU football team coming up tonight after Sunday Night Football. But for now, reporting live at the Dean Smith Center in Chapel Hill, Chris Obarski, WITN Sports. Elise, we'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks for that live report, Chris. Well, it's the most wonderful time of the year, and people are celebrating in parades across Eastern Carolina. We'll show you where coming up next.
Every child is unique, and each student learns in different ways.
We want to make sure that she gets into a good college.
She was falling further and further behind at school.
Homework was a constant battle.
We thought if we just push harder.
Pushing harder didn't work. Sylvan worked.
Sylvan worked.
Sylvan worked.
We don't just build test scores. We build confidence. We help clear the way for kids to do what they do best. Dream big.
Sylvan works. Call us at 1-800-EDUCATE.
Need help enrolling for health insurance under the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare? Call Coastal Insurance Services in Washington.
There are 3 main parts of the law. You must have health insurance. You cannot be turned down, and you may get help paying your premium. It will not cost you anything to use our office. Enrollment ends February 15th.
If you do not buy now, you may pay a penalty or be locked out until 2016. Call Coastal Insurance Services, West 5th Street in Washington, and let our family serve yours.
Suddenlink customers, are you missing your favorite shows?
I'm so depressed.
Well, we miss you too.
I don't even know you anymore!
It doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to spend another day without your favorites like Nickelodeon, TV Land, MTV, or Comedy Central.
I have a solution, you guys.
Switch providers now so we can be together again.
Whoa, are you serious? Yes! This is gonna be fun.
Don't let Suddenlink get between us. Switch today.
I'm ready! Woohoo!
At the end of the day, my hands are beat up. We're constantly washing our hands, so your hands are always rough and chapped. The cracks were the worst part. I've tried a lot of different products, but they don't work.
We need something that can work for our hands as hard as we work with our hands.
O'Keeffe's Working Hands. Guaranteed relief for dry hands that crack and split.
There was a difference within just minutes of it absorbing into my skin.
In 36 years of practice, only O'Keeffe's Working Hands has given me the relief that I need.
Learn more about O'Keeffe's at workinghands.com.
It was a festive day in the town of Bath in Beaufort County for the 29th annual Christmas parade. The parade had over 130 participants and featured a variety of floats, fire trucks, tractors, and elected officials. Dave Jordan was in the parade and says while it was chilly and blustery, it just made it feel more like the season. The parade was sponsored by the Bath Ruritan Club. They also had a shrimp dinner just before the parade. That sounds good, actually. And the wind wasn't too much to handle for the parade in Trent Woods. A number of floats, local businesses, schools, and dance troupes made their way down Country Club Drive for what was a peaceful and fun event for the kids. Refreshments were also served after the parade. And just a reminder, our Toys for Tots drive is currently going on. WITN has partnered with the Marines Toys for Tots Foundation once again, and we hope you'll drop off a new unwrapped toy to our Greenville studio or our Washington newsroom. You have until Thursday, December 11th to do so. And if you were out there at any of the parades, I was out in Trent Woods, you were just clamoring to your jackets or for a scarf or something. Yeah. And normally you see people kind of hang around after the parade, but afterwards people went right to their cars or back home.
Yeah, you got to get home. You got to get the chili going. You got to get yourself warm again. I bet soup was absolutely a very popular choice as far as lunch was concerned. Maybe even dinner too. If you haven't made dinner yet, soup might not be a bad choice.
Look at you, Chef Charlie. Chili, soup.
I'm in charge of dinners in my house. So, yes.
Okay. All right.
We're doing Mexican tonight. It's going to be good. Here is a look at what to expect throughout the evening tonight. We're going to, or I should say, not tonight, tomorrow. 42 degrees by 9 a.m., 47 degrees by noon. Northeasterly winds ranging right around 12 to 17 miles per hour throughout the first part of the day. However, as you get later in the evening, we'll slowly start to see those winds die down. However, it does come with the chance of rain. 30% chance of rain tomorrow will lead to a 40% chance of rain tomorrow, or I should say Tuesday night. It's really going to be a wet Monday night into Tuesday morning. After that, we turn nice and dry for the remainder of the week.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for now. We'll see you after Sunday Night Football on NBC. Have a great night.